Hi everyone, it's Matt Andrzejewski here. I'm just sorting through my Canvas site, and I wanted to click on the course Canvas site and talk a little bit about how the course is going to unfold and what's happening, what's going on with this and stuff, and go through the syllabus a little bit. But this is how the course is laid out. As I said before, we're going to be the layout is going to be in terms of units. Um, And let's go through the syllabus a little bit and talk a little bit about what is going on with this course. So, again, this is Principles of Behavior Modification, or as I like to think about it, it's an Introduction to Applied Behavior Analysis. The reason we don't call it Behavior Modification anymore is because we understand behavior a little bit better than behavior modification is a little antiquated term. It's not really used a whole lot anymore. We use some of the principles or some of the techniques in behavior modification, but really what we do in contemporary treatment of behavior problems is something like more like applied behavior analysis. So that's what we're going to be talking about and doing. So again, my office is in 1228 Laurentide. I have some office hours and a phone number. We talked a little bit about the course description and the objectives and so on. And how we're going to be working through this course is in units. We're going to have a reading assignment. There's going to be some questions for discussion or to think about and to consider. And then I'm going to ask you to report on some of those. And hopefully we'll have some commentary and discussion ensues from that. Then the next unit will proceed like that, and then periodically we're going to have probes or quiz-like things, and then we're going to go from there. So to start with Unit 1, you can see that every unit from here on, as I build this out in the next few weeks, will start like this. And I expect you to do about a unit a week. So this is Unit 1 or Week 1's assignment, and what I want you to do is start by opening up a preparation guide and reading through it, and then I want you to read Chapter 1 in our textbook, Applied Behavior Analysis by Cooper et al., and I want you to take notes as you read, but notes as they answer the questions that you just looked at in the prep guide. Then what I want you to do is watch any supplementary videos or commentaries that I might put on there. I want you to go to a wiki, and this is going to be your sort of weekly assignment to keep up with things, is to go to this class-generated wiki where you're going to answer at least 2 questions or define 2 key terms. Then I want you to complete a poll at the end of the unit and tell me what you understood or didn't understand. And then things that you may struggle with the wiki, or you may have trouble with in a prep guide, maybe some other student will have answered, and you can go back to the wiki and look for comments. At the end of every unit, I haven't built the first one, but we will be shortly. There'll be a check for understanding, and this is a quiz. It's an ungraded quiz. You can take it an unlimited number of times, but you have to get 8 out of 10 in order for the next unit to open. And then what we'll also be doing is I'll also be then making videos or writing commentaries to hopefully tie up any loose ends in the prep guide in the unit, and then the next unit will open. So that's how we're going to proceed through the course. Your grade is going to be about every 2 weeks, about every 2 prep guides or 3 prep guides, I think. You're going to have a probe or a quiz, and then what that means is it'll be some fill in the blanks, some definitions, and so on. But the second part of the probe, there will be 2 parts. The first part will be multiple choice or short answer or matching or something like that. But the second part will always be an essay question or a paragraph question based on the prep guides. In fact, I will choose 2 questions from the prep guides, and we'll ask you to ask word for word those questions from the prep guide. So if you're going through the readings and then asking and then answering those questions, you'll be completely prepared for the probe when it comes time. You can see that these are the units that we're going to be working through. These will get built out in the next few weeks as I get things together. This is the first time I've taught this course online. I've taught this course face-to-face before, so I'm going to have to modify some of the materials and incorporate some new things. So, but you guys should be ready to go. It's a pretty good idea to get started on Unit 1. You can just jump right in and look at the prep guide. Here's the prep guide for Unit 1. Here are the questions that I want you to think about and be able to discuss. This one's fairly short. There's 10 questions. Some prep guides there might be 15 or 18 questions. I think this maybe the shortest one has 8, but you can see that it has the assignment with the pages to read, and then these are the questions. I want you to be able to answer these questions. I don't really want you to know the chapter inside and out. If there's a question or there's an issue in the chapter that they raise that you read about, and I haven't asked you a question about it in the prep guide, don't worry about it. There's only a fixed amount of stuff that we can go through in this course, but then so I don't want you to waste your time. So your grade is going to be based on participation in these prep guides and in these wikis. I'll show you the wiki real quick. As you can see, here is a link to the wiki for Unit 1. You can just jump right to it. This is what the wiki looks like. What you can see is I got to log in here, but I've recapitulated the prep guide right in a wiki format. What you can do is just click edit, and now you're editing the wiki, and you can type in your answers according to the authors. What were the 3 levels of understanding? Well, I think the 3 levels of understanding that and once you're done putting your entry, you can click update. If you'd like to, if you find a funny video that helps you with the concept, or you want to comment on somebody else's answer, you can type it over here on this side of the section. We'll be building out this page tree with all of the units as we go from there. So you can view this at any time and see what other people are writing, but that's the wiki assignment. There's going to be 6 probes throughout the semester that your grade is going to be on. They're 10-point probes. The lowest score on any of your probes I'm going to drop. So your probes count 50% of your grade. There's going to be a final paper that I'm going to have you write, which is going to be 35% of your grade, actually. I think I'm going to change that. And the wiki development is going to be 15% of your grade. So that we'll be talking a little bit more about the final paper project. Your grade is going to be based on the standards that the university uses in terms of the points scored. We're going to be using one text, email, attendance, and so on. So I'd like you to read through this course syllabus. Make sure you know it. In order for you to access Unit 1, you're going to have to pass a quiz on the course syllabus, which I will upload and get together shortly. There it is right there. And you're going to have to take this quiz to make sure that you got an idea, that you read over the syllabus, and then Unit 1 will open for you and you can get it started. So if you have any questions, drop me an email, but otherwise dig in and get started with the reading and the syllabus, and then take that syllabus quiz, and then hopefully Unit 1 will open up and you can get started reading and looking at those questions.